this is Ben Shapiro criticizing me, right, for saying waiting until 35 to get married and then the 50 body count. We could play a little bit of it.
I say all the time, in today's day and age, you shouldn't be getting married until you're at least 35.
That was my next question for you. As a man, what age should you consider getting married?
So I have, this is my thing that I tell guys. Yeah. I think 35 years old, had slept with at least 50 women, 100K per year, you're in shape, and you got 6 months to 1 year of savings.
All right, done. I got to get married. I've done all that. That's easy.
Here's the Republic right there. So that is a recipe for a terrible marriage, by the way, guys. Waiting until you're 35 and have slept with 50 women, that is a terrible recipe for marriage by every available data point. It turns out that you are much better in terms of getting married if you get married younger, if you do not have a wide variety of sexual partners. All the stuff about, being in shape and
he, even though what he said is technically true, that is true for women, not for men, what he's saying. Having lower sexual partners, getting married younger, etc. And this is very common, guys. People tend to view the lens of relationships and sexuality, etc., through the lens of women, but they don't understand that men and women are very different in the way, and especially in how we view and deal with sex versus women. Let's keep going here.
You should try to do that, generally speaking. But this notion that you wait until you're 35, you've already made a bevy of mistakes that have shaped your character and made you much more rigid as a person, and that you should have had a basis of comparison in terms of sex of dozens and dozens and dozens of women. No, the data do not support this, and it's stupid.
I say all the time.
So, again, the data does actually support it. The thing is that it doesn't support it for women. And there was a study actually recently that came out when we were talking with Rollo and Sartain, where, and it was recent, the more sexual partners a woman has, the higher the likelihood of divorce. And there's been other studies that replicated this as well. Sexuality absolutely hurts women, but does not affect men the same at all. And then let's go ahead to the next one, right? So as y'all can see, right, that was the first jab, right, from Daily Wire / the TradCon world. And I would say, like, if you're going to talk about TradCons, Ben Shapiro is probably the biggest TradCon of them all. The guy got married young. I think he was a virgin when he got married. He got married through in a traditional Jewish manner. The girl came from a Jewish family. He comes from a Jewish family. It was almost damn near arranged marriage. But the thing is that not everyone's going to be an intelligent Harvard graduate that has a Jewish wife waiting for him at the end of the line that their family could set them up with. Like, not everyone has that in their arsenal to be able to do that. You know, most people are not going to be able. I mean, dude, being able to find a virgin, let alone one that aligns with your belief system, your family systems, your education level, is far and few between.
I mean, at the core, TradCon, what does it mean? Traditional conservative, right? So on some level, I get what they're trying to say, but their solution has no merit at all.
Yeah,
they're just talking.
It's
points.
not applicable to a majority of men.
It's not,
right? So, I mean, only about 2% of the U.S. population is Jewish anyway. You know what I mean? So, is a guy going to be able to sit there and find a good Jewish girl and marry her like you, Ben? No. And the reality is, most conservative Jews are not going to allow you to marry their daughter. They're not going to let it happen. You know what I mean? They typically want to, which understandably so, they want the husband to be Jewish as well. I think
they're so far removed from actual current society.
Yeah,
they don't understand what we go through.
Don't get it.
Just dating in general.
Yeah.
So
what are the chances of someone who's number one, like, Jewish, finding a Jewish wife that comes from a good family that is a virgin that wants to marry him? Far and few between, bro. So you can't use yourself as an example, and he always does that. Well, I got married young and blah, 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 blah. Well, not everyone is Ben Shapiro, bro.
Yeah.
And not everyone, that's another big thing which we're going to talk about on this podcast, not everyone has the training wheels of religion and family, especially in the Western society, okay? Which is why we came up with our way to deal with this crap and combat the fuckery of the current sexual marketplace, right? Like what Ben is able to get, a bunch of TradCons were able to get maybe in the 1940s, 1950s, 1960s, etc. But those training wheels are gone of religion, etc. So, okay, let's go on to the next one. And we made a video responding to that, but I just want to give you guys a timeline of all the times that we've been prodded and picked. And there's been more than this, by the way. I'm just picking up some of the bigger ones from some notable individuals. Mm-hmm. But people have been criticizing us over on the TradCon side for being degenerates or being dickheads or teaching men the incorrect way to deal with women for a very long time, and we're finally responding. Yeah. So, okay, what's the next one here?
Matt Walsh?
Yeah. So here, guys, this video, we actually did a video responding to this, right? So Matt Walsh made this video saying, ladies, you can't have chivalry and feminism. Pick one, right? And this is in response to him reacting to this video. Can we pull it, show it real quick, a portion of it, Bills? He's also from the Daily Wire.
video that's been getting a lot of positive attention.
When it shows the
bro,
girl.
you know what I'm saying? But
Pause. I'll summarize it for you.
Yeah.
This girl, who you guys could tell, obviously, just from the way she's dressed and the way she sounds, super liberal, out there in California, goes out on a date with a guy that's traditionally masculine, pays for the drinks, pays for the food, pays for the date, etc. And she's like, oh my God, like, I might leave feminism. Like, this felt amazing, etc. Because she's used to going half on the bill, being with more effeminate men, being with more liberal men, etc. Her being out there in the woke world of California. And you know, this is a perfect example of when I tell you guys attraction isn't a choice. The guy's acting in a traditionally masculine way, right? That some women might say is like, misogynistic or sexist, or whatever,
masculine,
right?
Toxic.
Or toxic masculinity. But how does she respond to it? She responds to it favorably, right? And Matt Walsh responds to this video by saying, look, ladies, you can't have feminism while simultaneously having traditional values, which is 100% true. But right? When he made this video, he got attacked everywhere, right? And he was surprised at how many people attacked him. And that's when I was like, yeah, dude, like, this is the world that we're in. Like, women expect you, right, to, you know, you got the backlash response tweet? Let's pull it up, Mo. Like, you can't sit there, you know, and have, this is the reality of society. And this is why these tradcons are kind of out of tune with what goes on. These guys over at Daily Wire, they're all married, they're all older. They don't understand how the dating marketplace works now, okay? Jordan Peterson is also a perpetrator of this. They give extremely dated, extremely nuanced, and extremely inapplicable methodologies to deal with the opposite gender in modern day dating, right? On paper, it sounds good, but it doesn't work, right? And he got a bunch of backlash because he was like, yeah, you can't expect traditional masculinity while simultaneously being a feminist, right? To us, we're like, yeah, nigga, yeah, you make sense. But he gets a bunch of backlash, right? Because he doesn't understand how the dating marketplace works now. How does the dating marketplace work now? I'll tell you guys, and some of you guys in the chat already know what I'm about to say. Women expect you to be a fucking man, right? Pay for the date, open a door, pick her up, arrange her travel to and from the date, and all this other crap, right? However, they still want to reserve the right to act like a man and be strong and dominant when they feel like it, but they want you to be strong and dominant all the time. So in other words, they can pick and choose when they want to be a lady, but you have to always be the man. And it's a bullshit trade. I've told you guys on this podcast a million times. Don't sit there and deal with a chick that isn't going to be a lady all the time if you're being a man all the time. That's fucking bullshit. We don't do that over here. We don't negotiate with terrorists. And people call me a misogynist or an asshole for that, but I'm looking at it like that is the real-time solution to dealing with the contemporary dating problem of women picking and choosing when they want to be a lady. So let's pull up this Twitter real quick, right? And again, why am I showing you guys this example? I'm showing you guys this example to show you how unaware, how uneducated, and how unprepared these tradcons are to give you guys advice on how current dating works, okay? So he makes an objective argument that's very true, but then he gets his backlash. Pull up the tweet. That was the video, but pull up the tweet. And then this is a tweet. He goes, what we learned from the backlash against me today is that plenty of people really do believe that women should be able to have both feminism and chivalry with no compromise between the two and no additional responsibilities of any kind. This is childish, magical thinking fueled by unbridled narcissism. Embarrassing. Hey, this is the same day that he posted this shit. Welcome to 2024 dating, Matt Walsh. Right? Like, his response to the backlash already tells you where he stands. He's like, what the fuck is this shit? So wait, you want him to be a man all the time, but you can also be a feminist? This doesn't make sense. And I'm like, welcome to our fucking world, bro. Right? And this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. That is a perfect example. I can't give you guys a better example of what I mean when I say these tradcons are not equipped to teach you guys and tell you guys how real dating and contemporary relationships work in 2024 with modern day women. Okay?
You know how I know it's bad? So I get it. You know, I think Christianity is the way to go. However, they complain about our solutions, but yet they can't fix their own churches, bro. Imagine this. They have a solution for us on this side of, of the internet, of the real solution to the problem. However, their own society, their own, I want to say, environment, which is the churches, they can't even fix. So I'm like, bro, this is crazy because you guys are saying one thing, you can't do it for yourself. So I'm just confused about this whole thing with these conservatives, bro, honestly.
So yeah, bro, like, and here's the thing. I agree with Matt on this situation, right? But if I find it interesting how he didn't expect the backlash.
Well, he don't know.
He don't know. He don't know.
He don't know what's up.
He don't know. Like, bro, guys, even if you've been in a relationship the past 3 years, right, and you haven't seen other women or whatever, you're going to be unaware of what the fuck is going on. Dating has changed even in the past 3 years, right? Because what's come out in the past 3 years that's like exploded in popularity? TikTok and Snapchat, right? So if you were like dating before, you know, the blow up of TikTok in 2020, whatever, things have changed. And,
social media.
And it changes all the time. And it's only been getting worse, okay? It's only been getting worse. Anybody in the chat right now that's out here dealing with modern day women, you guys know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But these tradcons have zero fucking clue. They think women are still the same as they were back in the 1950s, and they're not. And I'm going to get into some of the reasons they're not here. I took some notes. What's up next? The next one, right? So next, we got a clip here, right? My boy Justin. I think that's the next one, right, Bills?
Justin Waller.
Yeah. This is him, right? And this girl, Lila Rose, presses him. That's another reason why I put her on this thing to come in and debate. And she does exactly what a bunch of girls do on this podcast. Let's roll the clip real quick.
Can I ask you one more question?
Fire away, honey.
Okay. If you have only one place in your heart for one woman, or you want to have one woman in your heart, I think you said, why don't you just commit to one and choose to be faithful to her?
I'm just not wired that way. I spent my whole 20s trying to fix myself. Thought something was wrong with me.
You're a man of self-control. You work out, you do business.
Yeah.
You can possess your own power and direct it the way you want to direct it. It's just not how I am. It's not how I am. You think that might be a limited mindset?
I think it's none of your business, but I don't want you to think I'm triggered by you. I'm not. Okay. I saw somebody say that, and I think that's interesting. I think you're annoying, but I'm not triggered. You know what I'm saying? No, you are. You're annoying in like this goody two-shoes type way, and that's fine. I'm going to live my life on my terms, unapologetically, like truly. So you can ask me this 85 different ways. At the end of the day, I'm going to walk out of here the same man.
Can I ask you one more question?
All right, pause.
Fire away.
See, so here's the thing. For any of you guys that know Justin in real life, he's really like that. He's
100%.
really like that. This guy's a man's man, extremely successful, extremely masculine, takes care of his wife. She doesn't got to lift a finger, takes care of his family, takes care of those around him. Built up a business, and he's not a fucking influencer. The guy runs a very successful steel company and has made millions upon millions of dollars. He doesn't need social media whatsoever. And I think it's ridiculous that his YouTube channel got taken down when he makes really clean, positive content. Barely even swears, barely says, even talks about women,
because he is taken down right now.
Hopefully he gets it back.
But you know.
But the guy in good shape, was the Division I athlete. Like, everyone should strive to be like Justin, man. He's like a big bro for me. Like, the guy is he's a fucking man's man. And here's the thing, when you're a man's man, you don't explain yourself to bitches, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm black belt with dealing with these 304s, so I could easily sit there and do the judo with her and let her know what type of time it is. But the thing is that Justin doesn't sit there and explain himself to women, okay? Right? It is what it is. That's why I was like, hey, I'm not wired that way, etc. But here's the thing. Right? If you guys can see here, what did she do? Right? She did a typical tactic that a lot of these girls say. Well, you're a disciplined guy. You have self-control, blah, blah, fucking blah. Why don't you go ahead and put self-control with the women, whatever? Hold on a second. Okay, bitch. How about you take your self-control and date a guy that's 5'5", makes $30,000 per year, talks like that when he speaks to you, and has yellow teeth. How about you give that guy a chance? Because I'm sure he has a great fucking personality. You use some self-control and go ahead and not be as selective. Oh, you don't want that. Oh, you have preferences. Oh, you have standards. Oh, okay, cool. Well, bitch, I got standards too. And that's what fucking pisses me off, because this is what I want you guys to know about how females debate and how a lot of them try to fucking sit there and shame you. They will sit there and keep their fucking standards high. They'll say, I want a man that makes this much money, this tall, etc., blah, 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 blah. I want my man in shining armor, and I deserve it just because I got a fucking vagina. My name is Lila, right? But if you say, well, you know what? I will become that fucking man. I will make that money. I will become successful. I will have the whole world know who the fuck I am and respect me for the fucking accolades that I've created, right? But just like you have standards where you want the best man, guess what? I got standards too. I want the most women. And you should fucking be able to do that shit as a man, because you have to bust your ass, and life is way harder for men than it is for women. But they expect you to sit there, right, and conceal your wants and needs, but they'll never conceal their wants and needs. Think about that for a second, guys. They want you to sit there and be the better man, be the bigger man. You go ahead and you settle for just one chick when you had to bust your ass just to get that one fucking chick. But she would have never settled on you if you had not been the fucking guy that you are. That's the fucking crazy double standard that they try to sit there and put you and try to shame you with. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm here to tell you guys right fucking now. If you bust your ass and you go to the gym and you make money and you do all this fucking shit and you fucking get it through the mud like most of you guys have to fucking do, right? And then a woman has the fucking gall, the audacity to try to tell you, reel it in. You know, just have one girl. Fuck out of here. Because, bitch, you wouldn't have picked me if I did not bust my ass to become the man that I am right now. Okay? I'm here to tell you guys, be the fucking man and enjoy the spoils of war. Enjoy what the fuck you built up and be able to enjoy the benefits that you built up. Don't ever let no fucking bitch that didn't fucking work and go through the fucking ringer to get what she got tell you how to deal with what you fucking earned, because they didn't earn shit. That's the reality that females don't want to fucking tell you. They're given their value up front. You must earn your value down the road. So don't let someone who gets their value up front tell you how to dictate your fucking value. Fuck out of here, man.
Rant.